Okay.
Kieran and Rock.
Whoops.
Shadows of New York's Manhattan skyline to Arizona's Valley of the Sun resides a radio program the world over has been waiting for. Hosted by two men no one has ever heard of. It's a place where idiocracy runs free and rarely a point is made. Kieran.
We're looking up something that doesn't exist, and then we're reading a quote that this dude just made, and we're taking it as fact.
Rocket.
Yahoo Answers this for people ask, I never had sex, can I get pregnant? That's the same place.
Together, these men will bring you laughter at any cost, even if that means sacrificing their own egos or well-being. Put your brains on standby. Sit back and relax. The boys have returned. Lunatic Radio starts now.
Bang, let's start the fucking show, eh?
Yeah. Baba booey, baba booha. Baba booha. Yeah, everybody. Yeah, take it way back to early 90s fucking Kane radio with this fucking music. Christ.
Kane, what about, was it Crazy Cabbie?
Crazy Cabbie, who got fucking sent to prison for not paying taxes on a fucking, what was it, a contest prize he won, right?
Oh my God.
Like,
Miss those days. That was the golden age of New York radio as far as I'm concerned.
Absolutely.
And you guys like Crazy Cabbie making that bank at a radio station.
Yeah, and like banging porn stars. I mean, he was never the mainstay on a radio show. He was just a fucking dude in the booth,
right?
Who was just fucking fat and fuck it, you know?
Exactly. God. I mean, you think about that now, and it's like all about social media and like, YouTube, followers and things like that. You go to a radio station, hey, my name's Crazy Cabbie. Can I get a job? They're like, radio's dead. Fuck you. Get out of here.
Yeah, right. Right. What is he doing now? You know, who the fuck knows?
Instagramming? Influencers. I always forget that word, influencers. Are we influencers?
No, not yet.
Yet.
Names on the internet. See, we're like, who is it? Ron Bennington said to me one time.
Oh,
he's like, I like being that radio show not too many people have heard of, but they know about, and they think it's good. That's what we are. I don't even think we're at that status, really.
Right. Yeah, right.
There's more people. I mean, honestly, more people fucking listen to a phone call, like each other, listen to us through this radio.
Could we though have been? Were we technically influencers like in 2008, 2009?
We were radio, yeah, but it wasn't even a medium back then.
No, that's what I'm asking. I guess I should have, in a way, I'm like kind of asking that when it wasn't even a thing. Were we that of sorts?
Social media influencers. I want to say influenza.
Yeah, really.
Influenza the whole time. I don't know, Rock. Who gives a fuck, right? Half these people that label themselves social media influencers aren't social media influencers. They're just very lonely, narcissistic people.
But they're making a lot of money.
And they go on the internet, they take pictures of their ass, and they sell their souls for nothing. They sell they want to be felt, what is it, inclusive? Is that the word? Inclusive? Like everybody wants them. They want to feel like everybody wants them.
Right.
That's
needed. They're needy.
Yeah, that's fucked up, man. You're gonna fucking lose your mind being like that.
I was talking to someone yesterday, and they were saying that some YouTuber was making so much money. The parents, who were both making six-figure jobs, quit their job just so that they could manage essentially their kid. Imagine that.
Is that true? Like, I don't know if that's true.
I wouldn't be surprised. Why? Why is that so far-fetched?
To be honest with you, I was at that bar in Jersey with Chris Italia a few weeks ago.
Name drops.
He was, yeah. These aren't name drops. You have to know the people.
They're just names.
Like, so you have to be like, oh, that guy. No one. When I say Chris Italia, no one's going, oh, that guy. They're going, who the fuck is that? Context. Yeah, my buddy Chris Italia owns a stand in New York City. He was telling me about some. He's like, you ever hear of a so and so podcast? I'm like, no. Why? Why should I? He's like, they make $13,000 a fucking episode.
Jeez.
I'm like, how? I'm like, tell me how. Like, I don't believe that for 1 minute.
Right.
I don't believe 1 minute they make that. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they do. Who knows?
Maybe they do.
And if they do.
Aw.
I want to know how to fucking do that. Because a kid needs to pay some bills. Rock's got a new kid. We got to give him the G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip.
Well, it goes back to your simple question. How? Like, how are they doing that?
I don't know. I don't know.
That's
Rock.
what I want to know. It's like, I believe it. I know you don't believe it. I believe it. I believe it's
I think
out there.
I think a lot more work than we're doing. I hope they're doing a shit ton of work, because if they're just making that, not really doing much, then we're fucking losing out,
Right.
because we do not even the bare minimum.
Right.
You know.
Well, then it's like, it had me thinking, like, during this week, there was that show that I texted you about that just makes fun of other shows.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, and they seem to be pretty popular. Like, I found them because Google Music was highlighting them of sorts. And I'm just like, who the fuck are these people?
Yeah, it was funny you brought them up to me, because I got like a little notification on my phone about said show that Rocket just mentioned.
I honestly don't remember the name of it. It's like, where we'll listen for you or something like that.
I think it's like, who are these podcasts, or who are
yeah,
these?
I think something like that. Yeah, that makes sense.
Is that right?
It's about right.
Anyway, they'll like say they'll take our podcast or any podcast out there, and they'll just listen to it and make fun of it. I'll be like, these guys stink, I guess.
We did that like 9 years ago with a plate of lasagna, listening to Unholy Matrimony.
Right, but at least we had some reason to do that, because they were our friends, and they started the podcast based because they had so much fun on our podcast, and whatever. But these guys just fucking, I hate them. Like I hated listening to that show. I came up on my thing. It was like, oh, who are these podcasts? Take on Opie. Because Opie from the Opie, formerly of the Opie and Anthony show, does a podcast now for Westwood One. And so, who are these? So I got to get the name of the fucking thing right, because
Whose line is it anyway? That's the name of it.
Is it who are these podcasts? Who
the fuck are these guys?
.com? Who are these podcasts?
Oh.
Who are these .com? That's what it is.
Okay, it's just a straight up question.
Does anybody put their name to this? Because this is so infuriating.
Yeah, I know there's like a guy. At least I heard a guy, and then I think there's like a chick there. Could be wrong. Could be right.
Yeah, they have 109 episodes, and they take on like the first two. I just see the Heather Dubrow's World, and the Stuttering John podcast. I guess they make fun of now. So like they literally steal your content. They steal your content, play that on their podcast, and make fun of you.
Right.
Like, what? That's horse shit. You fucking coward.
Whoa, language.
I mean, it's the worst idea. Like, I mean, I get it, but it's just such a negative bullshit fucking cunty idea to do for a podcast. It is.
Well, I would assume that these podcasts are letting them do it. Or you think like Opie's not even didn't even.
No, fuck no way.
Yeah.
The Adam Carolla show? Like they're making fun of the Adam Carolla show?
Yeah, I guess, and then just doing it. But well, listen, then that tells me that they can't be that popular, because there's no way that Carolla is letting them do it without cost. And Opie for that. And Opie definitely. I mean, Opie is,
radio podcast. This is the write-up about that episode on the whoarethese.com. This week, topic of conversation is Greg Opie Hughes, well known from the Opie and Anthony show. Greg was fired Sirius XM 2017. Back in 2019, he does a terrible podcast. So there's no flow, nothing interesting of the podcast, no rhythm or reason for this show to exist. Guys in their 50s and 60s stand around. So they're literally just going to make fun of a guy. Who are these? The people who host this Who Are These show have no business whatsoever fucking talking about Opie, Adam Carolla, Stuttering John, or anybody who's ever made any money in radio ever.
Yeah.
They have no business.
I agree.
No, they haven't done shit.
That's dangerous territory.
It's dangerous territory. Dangerous. The Howard Stern show they take on. Like, it's bullshit.
That's nutty. That's creepy. I'm surprised Howard hasn't dropped the hammer. Like,
I guarantee you, other than their local, their close knit friends who know they have a podcast, no one enjoys this fucking.
It's kind of like us.
No one does. No, you can get a little something. At least we're honest on it.
No, I know. Well, for sure.
I listened to their 9-minute clip that I was my goddamn phone just shoved in my face on a fucking vacation. I listened to it on my way home, and I was just like, they're the worst. They're like kids. They're like kids with undeveloped personalities, talking about a guy who's made millions of dollars, trying to make fun of a guy who's made millions of dollars in radio broadcasting, who's a national figure. Yeah. You don't like, maybe you do, but you have no business making fun of that guy or fucking addressing anything he does incorrectly on the radio.
You don't have enough clout to go there and to be able to back it up.
You're a cunt.
Whoa.
You wish you were in his fucking position. You wish you had his career. I would give my fucking dick and balls for Opie's.
That's sweet.
Not my dick and balls, but I would give some. I was just about to say I would give a substantial amount, and that wouldn't be my dick and balls. But
right.
But I'll give
an adequate amount.
I would give something important, like
a better than average amount.
A better than average amount for Opie's career. I would give a better than average amount for Opie's career.
Take that.
I don't think Opie's listening is going, oh, all right, I feel good about
it. Yeah, right. A little pat on the back. Good job, Hope.
Right there. Now I feel like shit.
But the whole point that got us to here is that clearly they're doing something from an advertising standpoint that is alluring people in.
I don't know, Rock. Whoarethese.com. I'm giving them like. Anyway, anybody, you can listen to this fucking shit because
who cares?
It's not like you listen to this show, you're gonna be like, oh, the Lunatic radio show sucks. No, you're not. You're gonna be like, these guys are cunts, and I'm gonna listen to this bullshit because it's dumb. It's dumb. It's not funny. It's not clever. I listened to one. I mean, granted, I listened to 9 minutes as I'm driving through fucking traffic on my way home from fucking work, and I have to breathe into a breathalyzer. So my attention span wasn't like exactly on it.
You can't make this up.
Yeah, I have to blow into my breathalyzer. It's really, and it's hard to do that when you're driving stick shift, motherfucker.
Jesus Christ. Wait, you have to keep moving? Like you don't.
Every 10 minutes you got to blow. Like apparently the makers of this breathalyzer thing. Yeah, I've said this on the show. Like when you breathe into it, you can start your car, but then you drive, and then 10 minutes later, it's like you got to breathe into it again, even when you're moving.
But isn't that kind of dangerous?
Yes, it's absolutely.
That's amazing. It's amazing. They won't let you use your phone, and they won't let you talk on the phone in the car. But that breathalyzer, you got to do it.
Breathalyzer fucking takes all of your attention to breathe into.
That's incredible.
It's not like. It's like you're blowing.
Yeah. And that takes Kieran's full attention.
Yeah. So I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
But I guess Rocky's point is that this show makes money, and why? I don't believe that it does.
Yeah, I'm not 100%. I'm assuming they do. But they're at least putting money into advertising or figuring out ways of getting their podcast out there.
Right.
How do you do the numbers? Can you find out the numbers of these shows?
I'm trying to read the about.
Is there a Nielsen rating system for podcasts?
It's hosted by Carl and a variety of guest co-hosts. So apparently Carl doesn't have anybody who really wants to jump into the fucking boat of making fun of like actual podcasts. You know, they're not up on Carl's fucking idea for a podcast. So it's hosted,
Poor Carl.
it's hosted by Carl. So Carl is the guy who's gonna, you know, really let us know who the shitty podcasts are. And apparently, considering he has 109 episodes, there's 109 episodes that no one should pay attention to anymore. Because Carl said so. And you know, just a few of them off the top of my head. The Adam Carolla podcast, the Howard Stern whatever, and Opie's podcast shouldn't ever be listened to again because Carl says so.
I wonder if they ever did our show.
Your name's Carl. Come on, dude.
Oh,
No one,
fair.
dude.
Oh, he also does, I don't know, I guess episodes about wrestling, too.
Oh, well, there you go. Fucking A, man. The Dan Rather of podcasting right here. Fucking Christ.
Why you're aggravated because they're taking other people's material and using it to their advantage?
I don't like that. I don't like that because it's lazy. Not that we're not lazy,
Right.
but this is lazy.
Right.
You know, it's like I'm fucking sitting here going, hey, you know, let's play the Opie show and we'll just make fun of Opie when he messes up on the air. It's so fucking lazy.
Yeah.
He doesn't do anything. Like, I listened to an Opie clip and I got infuriated because he was complaining about parts of the Opie podcast that are just things you don't complain about.
Yeah.
Like, Opie, for example, would say, he's like, oh, I guess the episode they were playing, he was broadcasting from a restaurant where he was recording the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And Opie was going, oh, come down to so-and-so on Fifth. And Carl on the show would go, ew, why is Opie doing that? No one's local listening to podcasting. Go listen to podcasting around the world. Why are you being local with it? Like, fuck you, Carl.
He doesn't get it. He doesn't get it.
He can mention the place where he's broadcasting from. They were nice enough to let him come set up their fucking shit in a goddamn restaurant and have a laugh.
Exactly.
What is wrong with you, Carl? Are you dumb? You're dumb, aren't you? You live in your mom's basement. That's what he does.
Oh, shit.
Carl batches on his stomach and lives in his mom's basement.
Well, now you're just talking about your fantasies. Now, come on.
Be honest with you. Go back to those days.
Oh, the simpler times.
Oh, yeah. With fucking comb freckles on your stomach and go, you know what? I'm just going to go back to bed.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It bugs me when he does like the big radio guys like you mentioned, because like you have no idea. Clearly, you don't know who these people are. Even if you say you know Howard Stern, but if you're mocking him and trashing on his show, that's
you're trashing a guy who fucking changed radio. Like,
yeah.
What are you doing? It makes no fucking sense, dude. And you're not clever about it. I mean, I'd love to. I mean, how long are these episodes? Can we even fucking jump into one?
Kieran. I don't know.
Carl, you need to find out. You need to find a different niche. Niche. Say niche.
Yeah, I'll say
niche.
niche.
Is just more French faggot. What do you think, Rock?
I'm just.
This is fatherhood, Rock. You ain't commenting on that one.
By the way, so I just popped open the Howard Stern show episode, and he had 2 comments. And someone wrote as a comment, "Great episode. Anthony Cumia sent me." Oh, how about that? So Anthony Cumia mentioned him?
Oh, come on. Who are these? No.
You're not buying it?
I don't know. I don't. You know, even if
someone else,
even
actually,
if,
they both do. The second person said Cumia sent me here as well. Well, that's interesting. What does this guy know with Anthony?
Shit, he sucks at his show.
Oh, boy.
This kid is a cunt. I don't know who he is. I listened to 5 seconds of his fucking show, by the way, and now I'm calling him a cunt.
That's where Kieran goes.
Epitome of going, what'd you say? And then shooting somebody.
And then a half hour later, Kieran will be like, you know what? If I met him in person, he's probably a nice guy.
Fuck it. Now I'm gonna do like a fucking paradox here. I'm gonna make fun of his show that he makes fun of shows. You know, like his podcast is about making fun of other shows, listening to other shows and making fun of them. And now I'm gonna listen to his and making fun of his as he's making fun of another show.
It's like
that's what I want.
Like Inception shit.
Is it?
Become an important part of the show that someone starts doing an impression of you.
Yeah.
And so Fred, who I love, Fred is the guy who plays out the drops.
Still a genius.
Still a genius. Amazing. Fred has this Ronnie impression that he does.
Is Carl broadcasting from a goddamn fucking bathtub? He's got that bathtub
I gotta
sound.
tell you, Croger, I really like the Howard Stern show, but listening to this clip in isolation, I realized that this is just a morning zoo.
Yeah.
I'll stop and it's like soak. Stop and you just soak. Yeah,
Yes,
just sit there.
I let my meat marinate.
Exactly.
I tell you, I'm not the same kind of dude you guys are.
Well, maybe.
All right.
It almost sounds like a man cow.
Yeah.
Clip.
Wow.
Holy shit, how fake laughing over the top. Robin is cackling non-fucking stop.
Yeah.
It's a morning zoo.
It's bad.
They
listening?
took some random clip from the Howard Stern show and they're just labeling it the morning zoo.
They're not even listening to, I feel like they're not listening to the shows in depth and actually trying to find a moment where they could be clever to make fun of.
Right.
They're just fucking ripping clips and going into the studio or his bathroom and fucking doing a podcast going, here's some sounds from a radio show. We're going to make fun of them. You know,
but it's even just like, it seems like they just took some random clip. They just like scrubbed through the show and they're like, right here, and we'll grab something and see how it goes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Chris Italia is asking that if we're actually reviewing a show that reviews shows, and I told him, yes, we are.
Yeah, it's we're entering a fucking black hole.
Yeah, Kieran.
Yeah. Yeah, Carl. You're doing great, Carl.
We're doing podcast Inception right now.
Yeah. Boom. Yeah. Where's that sound, Rock?
Hey, it keeps flipping. There it was. It keeps flipping out on me. Hey, wait. There it is.
Dynamite drop-in money. That broadcast school has really paid off.
Can't fake our shittiness. Can't fake it.
As you were.
Yeah.
The dream within a dream within a dream. Yes, coming in from Chris Italia. You want to? I don't know. What do we want to do? Do we want to fucking?
No, this is like he's mocking on like Howard Stern show. Like that's silly. That's silly.
I just dropped in 9 minutes to Carl ripping on Opie, the Opie radio show.
So they're in this place called Gephards, and I'll get to that. It's a bar in.
All right, get to it,
There's
Carl.
a teaser.
Oh, don't tease us. I'm gonna tell you about Gephards. Can't wait to
That's the equivalent of like the teaser for like the 5-day forecast.
I'm gonna tell you about the sheetrock on my wall. Fucking A. I got depth shit about that. Carl.
Manhattan. And back in the day, Opie and Anthony would do these remotes where they would go to a venue and do their show. But
it's like one of those like trumpets with the rubber thing on the end.
Carl just stepped on a duck. Affleck. You step on a duck, Carl? What happened, Carl? What was that in your studio? Let me go back fucking 5 seconds. I got to hear that again.
So at some point, they're just doing the podcast. They're talking in this bar. And Sherrod Small, who's one of the guys on the show, shows up.
That was one of the beers that inspired the Grandpa's Fridge, which is at my other location.
Okay.
So.
I was...
What's up, brother?
Hey, Sherrod, can you grab your mic? I got to plug another mic in.
They just all start screaming because this guy who's scheduled to be there shows up.
I know.
This wasn't a...
Yes. That person is aware.
I know. Whoever's on.
It's just pointless bagging on shows. It's not even planned.
I know, Carl. I know.
Sounds like that person has no interest in doing it. Like, I know, we get it. You just want to bag on shows.
I guess I gotta fucking make you sound interesting. I know.
No. I mean, it's surprising that all the guests weren't there to start the show.
I want to point something out, too. This is important to note.
Oh, here we go. Important to note.
Important to note. Wait, I'm in.
In this place called
Hold
Gephardt,
on.
and I'll get to that.
Oh, you're going to get to that. Hold on a second. I'm going to get my pen and pad. Important to note, everybody. I got to get my pen and pad. Important to note. Please don't tease that for an hour and a half because I got shit to do on my own radio show.
It's a bar in Manhattan. And back in the day, Opie and Anthony would do these.
I did get almost to the end. I didn't quite finish listening to it.
Yeah.
There were some tourists visiting New York, having a conversation you can loudly hear. They're not there from Amsterdam. If you want to play.
I can tell by the sound of that girl's voice that I wouldn't let her blow me.
Oh, that's not nice. Come on.
No, that's perfectly accurate. I wouldn't let her blow me, Rock.
Karen, what if she is just like a 10? What if she's like on a 10 on a 10?
Not with a goddamn like Affleck voice, duck voice.
Fran Drescher-ish.
Yeah, well, put out your cock, Sonny. I'm gonna blow you.
She's like a gangster from the 40s. See?
You're not. You're gonna fucking put this duct tape on your mouth.
Oh, that's not. No, is that necessary?
You're gonna bend over, and then when I'm done, you're gonna leave. Eyes to the door. Kick rocks, motherfucker.
That's not nice. You wouldn't do that. You'd make breakfast.
How can she eat with the duct tape on her mouth? I'm not listening to her voice. You better put that up her asshole. Wow. It ain't fucking working.
Jeez, the anger.
Track 6.
They're just waving
They're waving at the new people. Their friends are coming in.
They didn't even know that this is
the Dutch are the real white.
Rope
No,
ball.
they came in.
I like that they.
Anyway, do we need? Where was I at?
I don't even need it. I don't need it.
I just want to make fun of Carl. I'm trying to. I want to.
This is important to note.
Here,
it's called Gephardt's, and I'll get to that. It's a bar in Manhattan. And back in the day, Opie and Anthony do these remotes.
Oh, did I keep on jumping back? All right, here we go. What am I going to skip ahead?
Do you guys get allergies?
Yes. Yeah, it's bad.
All right, I just want to point out everything that's wrong with that clip that we just heard. It's so mundane. They talk about rating girls. Oh, look at that 4.5. As if any of these girls would ever even look at Opie or Vic Henry.
Wow. Who is this guy? Listen to Carl.
Yeah, Carl just fucking.
I didn't realize Brad Pitt is Carl.
Yeah, goddamn Carl.
Man.
It sounds like you're doing a podcast with your mother in a bathroom. That's what it sounds like, Carl. I don't know. I think you're rolling into the local fucking bar in your hometown going, hey, it's fucking Carl from Who Are These Podcasts? And every girl's just fucking clamoring to blow you in the bathroom.
Oh.
I don't think it's happening,
it's
Carl.
not happening. Oh.
It's happening, Carl.
Talk about the long line at the ice cream place.
I know. That I couldn't believe.
Can you believe how long that line is for ice cream? Right?
The hog and dog.
Yep. And they talk about what time of year it is. And then they talk about the weather. And then they talk about allergies, which Opie pronounces algies. My algies. Am I right, guys? As Crows would say, in what universe does this qualify as entertainment? In what universe does anyone care about this conversation? Well, it's a long line for ice cream. Man, fucking weather, right?
Wait, is this show built around just jealousy of other people's podcasts? I feel like that's what it is. It's just jealousy.
Getting to. If you people listen to this, is what I'm getting to.
Oh.
This guy's a cunt. He's a cunt radio.
That's what you were getting to.
He's jealous because other people are having fun on their podcast talking about things other than other people's podcasts. Like, Carl doesn't know how to have fun. Carl doesn't know how to be creative. Carl doesn't have a personality. Carl sucks.
Oh, he does have a personality. It's just an angry personality.
Well, yeah, it is a personality. Yeah, you got a point.
Yes.
You're the fucking winner. You're the big winner, Rock. Carl does have a personality, but he doesn't have a funny, unique, engaging personality. Right. So Carl has to do this.
He's angry.
He's jealous. He doesn't have that. He doesn't he doesn't possess that as a human being. Carl's just a fucking cunt. I don't even know Carl, but Carl, you sound like a cunt. Sorry, Carl.
Yes.
Baby, local CVS or see a doctor, and he'll prescribe you anti-cunty pills.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go. And then he's gonna go, "Oh my God, he said anti. Can you believe? Is that even funny?"
That's a pretty good impression.
I can hear him fucking ripping our show. I hope he does that. I hope he takes the show, rips it, so then I can rip him ripping us.
I like that. This could go on forever.
Go on forever.
We finally have content.
Then we can join forces at like some two massive conglomerates coming together, and we'll just call it the Big Paradox Incorporated.
It's like a black hole of podcasting. It just sucks everything else in.
Hey, a big fucking cunt.
Wow, gee, the language.
I like the word cunt. Good word. Good stuff.
It helps you through. It helps you through the day.
Yeah.
Hey, I have allergies. This is the kind of shit that I walk away from in any social setting. Let alone I'm downloading a podcast and listening to it for entertainment.
And then you're doing a show about it.
Right. Who's the big loser in this situation?
Yeah, Carl. You're really losing out here,
You're gonna just walk away from somebody if they say the word allergy wrong? Really? Are you that? You know.
Yeah.
You're all that in a bag of potato chips, as they say on the street.
Can you imagine Carl in a room full of black people? What is he gonna do then?
You expect me to talk to these people?
Are you gonna do a show about that, Carl? I doubt it.
Yeah, actually, great question, Karen. Are any of the shows hosted by those of a minority race?
I don't know. I'm looking.
Actually, no, he does. He says, "This is a great show. I highly recommend it. I listen thoroughly, and we're not going to say anything negative about them." I don't know how you're going to figure it out, Kieran. It's not like he's going to write like.
I feel like this one's hosted by black people.
Oh no, what is it called?
Girl Talk with Too Real and Twice as Nice.
Oh.
Two spelled with the number 2 in the.
Oh, I get it.
I feel like it might be.
Yeah. This plays before the Rocket Radio Hour.
Right. Is it really on before that?
Yes. Is it? Are you playing it?
All right.
I want to find out about this.
No.
Too real?
Do you want me to play it?
No, I don't want you. But what was the name of that show that they were? Because I want to look that up real quick.
What the whoarethese.com?
No, that show with the Too Real or whatever you said. What was the name of that show?
It's I guess this is the title of the podcast. Girl Talk with Too Real and Twice as Nice. Twice as nice is what we used to say to each other as teenagers when you wanted to do cocaine, which I never partook in.
Well, I typed that in, and the first thing that comes up is Lil Uzi Vert, How to Talk lyrics. So...
Partook or partake? Partake? Partook. Partook seems like a place you would go camping at. Partook. I'm going to go up to this weekend. Partake is like, fuck it. You know?
Yeah. Right. I have no idea what this. Okay, real. Oh, yeah. Girl Talk. Girl Talk, right?
Girl Talk.
With
two broads who are fucking annoying as shit. Is that the tagline?
Well, no, this can't be it because this is with Amelia Diamond and Emma Straub, which are white as F.
Oh, white as fuck, Rock.
Right. So I don't think it's them, unless there's another show called Girl Talk.
Chris Italia calling in. I wonder if the phones work. I don't know if they work or not.
Or maybe it's like a YouTube series. Oh, I think it's a YouTube series. Yeah, and Girl Talk. Yeah, I think this chick is. Yeah, actually, this girl is pretty attractive looking. But
how many downloads? Can you look that up? How many downloads is fucking?
Well, that's what I asked you before. Like, is there a way to find out like the downloads and shit like that? And there is no way. I mean, on their website, you just go and you're able to download it. But it doesn't tell you how many people download it. You know.
Are you allowed to even do it? Because he has a picture of Arnold Schwarzenegger and fucking, I don't know, a guy that looks like Harvey Keitel and fucking Nicolas Cage. Yeah. Can you even do that on your website?
Of course. Yeah, why not?
Logo?
Yeah, why not? Dude, we have pictures of people on our site.
Yeah, but they're using it as their logo of their show.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I mean, It's like the "Who are these podcast?" question mark and picture of Arnold Schwarzenegger and this is Nicolas Cage, and I don't think you can do that. I think that's pretty
listen to
fucking.
you. The trademark police over here.
That is not good. Not good. Fly ball.
They have 369 ratings on iTunes, but only 2.5 stars altogether. Yowza.
Right.
How's that? How many is that out of?
69 ratings, but it's all Carl. They're all the same rating.
It's all just Carl.
I wish I could remember what fucking. I can't remember. I was trying to remember what.
Well, there goes that. Yeah. I think we're done with Carl.
All right.
I think we had enough of him.
Get another idea for a podcast, Carl.
Yeah, do our show. That's basically, so we could could do that, like Kieran was saying before.
Yeah. Come on, Carl. Everybody's too fucking shitty these days. People have to be nice at rock.
They do. They do.
People aren't nice anymore. They're all just fucking complaining assholes.
Whining.
They just and they want to be fucking loved by everybody.
Right. Complain, but still loved.
Yeah. They want the likes. They want the fucking
the thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Hearts.
They want they want to be known as the greatest of fucking this or they're really good at that. Who gives a shit? Just be nice.
Right.
If you're nice, your life's gonna fucking turn out great.
But calling a guy a cunt is not really nice,
You know what? He deserves to be called that. Because his idea for a radio show is shitty.
Right.
Making other fun of people who are actually having fun. Like Opie's he was having fun on that.
Like he was just having fun, right?
Having fun. Howard was having fun. Why does that even need to be made fun of? Right. When people are having fun, you're gonna make fun of them for having.
You look like the shithead. It's like, oh my god, it's like someone like there's a party and you're driving by and like those assholes are having a good time. Like fuck yeah, like clearly. You're just jealous. It's jealousy.
Right. Yeah. Carl goes way further and goes, you know what? I'm gonna take that fun I'm listening to. I'm gonna cut it out. I'm gonna put it on a podcast and I'm gonna complain about it. Like you really reevaluate yourself if you're fucking doing that.
That's true.
You need to see a therapist.
Oh, wow.
But be honest with you, if you see a therapist, you might put that motherfucker to sleep because you're boring as fuck.
Wow, anger. Kieran is dropping the elbows.
I am a knife-wielding motherfucker with the
just because you spent one night in jail.
Yeah, bitch, with Omar.
Your new buddy.
Omar thought it was a fucking goddamn PO. Yo, PO, you PO? Parole officer.
Yeah.
I was like, no, Omar. He's like, all right. He's like, word up, motherfucker. I'm like, all right,
sure.
Don't get too out of hand there.
Yeah,
Omar.
right.
Gonna make the white kid nervous.
The freshly showered kid in jail.
All right.
That's the best.
Like they're all brushed and everything.
It's like Karen is going on a hot date, going to jail.
I know. Yeah. But I don't know.
How do we get here? Oh, influencers.
Yeah. So we're gonna be influencers, Rock.
Yes.
Because Carl's an influencer. Carl from the whoarethese.com. If he's an influencer, we can become influencers.
Right. Or give the influenza.
I can give the influenza to the influencers. Did you watch how was Father's Day, Rock? It's Father's Day. This is Rock's first Father's Day as a father.
That's right.
How was the Father's Day?
Well, it was kind of interesting the other day because I was in the shower and it kind of hit me like, oh wow, this is the first time ever in my life that I'm not just like going to see my dad or my father-in-law. Like, this is about me.
Yeah, it's about me.
It's about me.
Yeah, it's about me.
And I don't like things being about me. I don't like that. I like spreading the wealth.
You like spreading the wealth. You like making the assist in life.
That's right. I'm the John Stockton of life.
don't want to be the guy who's scoring.
That's right.
Fucking assist. This is Rock just giving the credit to everybody else.
That's right.
You see me on camera right now.
Yeah. It's like you're
Giving
doing a
a
hula
credit.
dance or some shit.
Yeah, man, this is where I get laid.
So yeah, I was like, fuck, it's like kind of wild.
What?
Are you watching
Yeah.
yourself? You're just getting amused by watching yourself.
A little me moment. By the way, I should use these cameras to jerk off. That'd be weird. Please. All right.
So you can actually see like the after, like you'll have like a moment to see it happen.
It would be fucking weird if I had like actual studio lighting for my Jackson. All right, let's go back to the Father's Day thing. We're on a good tip. I don't want to go.
360
go ahead.
camera. Jerking
off.
Yeah, so Father's Day, yeah. So that was a pretty surreal moment because, yeah, like I said, you know, it's to be there. Like it's like, wow, yeah, this is my day in a way, you know. So, but anyways, it was a enjoyable day. I just wanted to keep it because to that point, like I don't like it being about me, so we chilled out. And with my work schedule, I really don't get a lot of time with my son, so it's kind of nice to just be here and just spend time with him. And
You didn't roll out into the fucking, the living room and go, this fucking day's about me. Let's go. Get with the gift giving. Like that?
No, none of that. No, none of that. No, not like that at all. Just hanging out. We watched some TV, watched some shows, had a nice dinner. Yeah, just spending time with my son, just hanging out here and holding him and playing with him. And, it was kind of nice and low key, which I wanted because, like the days just fly by, man. It's like, and then especially, you have this kid and just like there's always something, and the days just disappear so quickly. They feel like minutes essentially, and you're just exhausted. And so to have like a nice day of just kind of chilling out, hanging at home, relaxing, it was great. It was just great. And I know it doesn't sound like anything crazy or super festive, but honestly, it's like, this is what I wanted. Just wanted to kind of keep it kind of chill.
You keep it low key. It's your first Father's Day,
Yeah.
and maybe in the next few years we go balls to the wall. It's Father's Day. You'll think about it a little differently. Like,
Well, yeah,
hey,
when he gets older, then it's going to be like, whatever. You've been around for a few years now, kid.
yeah, do maybe a little weekend in a little fucking Atlantic City. Doing a little boardwalk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little boardwalk.
Gambling.
Why go to Atlantic City? Who goes to Atlantic? Unless you're going to get some cocaine. Who's going to Atlantic City?
Wife goes to bed. You roll down to one of them pity bars. We had to break BYOB. You know what I'm saying?
Ah, yeah. The classic style.
Yeah, I love that. I love the one I went through down there where it was like you walk in, but like right before the front door, there's a place to buy beer, and you just buy a fucking case of beer and walk in.
My best strip club experience with alcohol was this place in Pennsylvania. We went as a goof one night with a bunch of people, and all they had was when you walked in was a keg of Coors Light and plastic cups. That was it.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it was amazing. Because I went to, there was an actual bar there, and I went there and I was like, "Can I get a beer?" And he's like, "Oh yeah," and he pointed just to the right of me, and I was like, "Oh," and there was a guy standing there with the tap, and he just pours it into a plastic cup, and you give him your $5-6.
What the fuck? Like they totally lost their liquor license.
Yeah, that's basically what happened. But it was a moment, man.
Holy shit! That would scare me. I would want to leave. I think. I'd be like,
let me tell you, it was a little thug. It was a little thug, this place, but we toughed it out. We felt like it was like thug, but in a way like this feels
like,
thug, but we didn't feel like uncomfortable. I guess it's hard to explain. It had like it was pretty beat up, the place.
Like was it like one of these? You mind if we dance with your dates?
Kinda, yeah, but in a kind of like a nice way. Like the guy, if he said that. He was, if you said no, he'd be like, okay, no problem,
All right, man, don't worry.
Say,
got it.
It was the type of place where you saw the C-section scars.
Ooh.
Like that type of place, you know what I'm saying?
Some injury. You saw some injuries on the female.
Right.
Some injuries.
Some injuries, right. But still, as far as the alcohol, I'll never forget that. The old keg in the the fucking best part, to keep it cold, they kept it in a kiddie pool. That was just like with ice and shit.
What the fuck was the name?
I forget that part.
Where was it in Pennsylvania?
The seaside, like near Bethlehem or wherever. Yeah, somewhere over there.
All right.
Yeah.
Not know it.
So yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
So yeah, so it was a good day. It was a wonderful day actually. Nice and chilled out, and we had a lot of fun, just hanging at home, relaxing. Like I said, watch some TV. We've been watching this show on Hulu, Casual. You should check it out. It's a pretty. I don't know if you get Hulu or not, but you can do the 30-day for free.
No, I don't want to do that. I got too much shit going on. Netflix, I got cable. I got too much shit.
You're overwhelmed, right? It is a lot. It is a lot.
I don't know which one's an actual account and which one's a trial. I don't, like, I'm at that point. I don't know.
You're just gonna wind up paying a lot of money to somebody.
I don't want to. I don't. It's too much shit. Like I'm trying to be like. I almost like the minimalist fucking theory on life, but I just keep on accumulating crap that I don't need. Like I can't stop. Like I don't want. Like I like the night I sign up for something. I'm like, why? Why'd you do that? Fuck. There's too much shit. Like, how do people have shit? They have so much shit. Like, I see, like for example, I get this thing on my phone all the time by a company who sells like a box of golf clubs clothes. They send you a box of clothes a month.
Sure, right. Like a subscription service of clothes.
Golf gear for a month. I'm like, who the fuck is signing up for this shit?
I know.
Like, who would? Like, there's so much shit you pay for in life. Like, I have like 17 bills. That's enough. Like, you don't need another one.
Yep.
I would forget. I honestly have to write everything down. It has to be logged in a fucking computer for me to know what I have to pay because I won't remember.
That's good. That's responsible. That's a good idea.
Alerts. Like, who the fuck is that? Like, kids, I guess, are doing that because they don't pay that many bills.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
There's like subscription boxes for like comics, like just comic boxes. Dude, I did a commercial for a subscription service for sports memorabilia. Every month, you just get a box of sports shit, like a baseball card, baseball, T-shirt, just sports stuff.
Right. Like, who the fuck? Yeah.
Yeah, there is a subscription service for everything, man.
The subscription fucking industry.
It's genius. Come on, it's genius.
It will fuck you to fuck over if you forget.
Right. That's what they want you to do. Like, the first month's free, but we need your credit card information because you're gonna forget.
Hey, remember AOL? Remember AOL?
How could you forget?
They signed up for that. Getting out of that was like getting out of the fucking mafia.
Really? Oh, you want to leave? Oh, you think you could just get up and leave?
Yeah, I remember fucking on the phone with some dickhead from AOL going, he's like, no, you can't leave. I'm like, no, I'm leaving. He's like, nah, I don't think so. I'm like, all right, what do I have to do?
Oh, you think you're done? You think you're just going to get out?
Yeah, no, I actually had to pay money to get out.
Fuck, man. Of course you did. Of course you did.
It wasn't like, it was like somewhere between $42 and $72 to get out of the fucking thing. I'm like, what is this? What do I don't even know what it is.
What is this? Dude, how did you pay? Why did you have to pay? I don't understand.
It was like the early days of the internet, Who knows?
And Kieran wanted out. Kieran's like, get me away from this thing.
What are doing on here? By the way, I heard that, speaking of the mafia, I heard that Gotti movie, that fucking...
Oh, one of the lowest ratings ever?
John Travolta made a movie called Gotti, and I heard, I see like I saw the still picture of him dressed as Gotti, like a Gotti, and I was just like, wow, this looks terrible. And it was just a still image of him as Gotti, John Travolta as Gotti. And I was going, wow, this looks brutal. I can't imagine how bad that is. It took, I think I read, and Chris Natalia listening in the chat room would appreciate this. It took like 8 producers and 4 directors to get through it. 4! 4 directors, 8 producers. And they're all just like, man, I'm producing this shit. I'm never going to get a job again. You know? Like Chris was telling us when he was on the show, because when he was producing Super Troopers, he's like, I hope this film does good so I can get another fucking job out of it. I got to imagine the producers that are on Gotti going, you know, halfway through the fucking thing, the filming, they're like, we're never going to make our money back on this. We got to jump ship, you know? We got to get off this project.
Yeah, and the only reason why I know about it is because everyone's just talking about how poorly rated it is. And apparently, and Chris just enlightened me to this, and I feel really bad, but Kevin Connolly of Entourage fame directed it.
Yeah, he was the final director on it.
I feel
he was
awful.
Yeah.
That's so bad. That's too bad, but...
I guess Kevin really needed needed a gig.
But apparently everything was just terrible about it. I mean, I don't know. I enjoyed how he did the Islander film, the 30 for 30 he did on that.
That was good.
Yeah. I thought he did a good job with that. But, you know, it's not easy to just jump from a sport doc to a feature film, you know? He
must have needed the gig. He had to need the gig.
Yeah.
You know, because actors do it all the time. They take like hokey films because they need to put a fucking, you know, need to get a new roof for the house. You know what I mean?
That Entourage money's running out.
They need to make some money. You know, it's not like they're doing all artistic choices. They need to put money in the bank. You know, to pay bills.
Right.
I would imagine if John Travolta came to me with any project, I'd probably say no.
Wow.
For the simple fact that I don't think he's an irrational human being, because he's been locked up in that goddamn Scientology shit for way too long, and he's been a fucking millionaire for a long time.
He's got a plane dock at his house.
He's not of stable mind.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I hear you.
You have a goddamn runway up to your front door of your house. Right. You're not of stable mind. So when you come to me with like a hard-hitting, this is going to fucking break the mold of the film industry idea of a movie, I'm going to go, no, it isn't. Leave. Get out. You're shit. It's going to be shit. Go enjoy your fucking retirement.
Right. So if someone just told you that there's a movie coming out about Gotti and John Travolta's playing the lead, you would say that, like,
no.
Yeah. No. Hard pass?
No. Hard pass.
But I thought he did great in the O.J. Simpson.
Unless, hold on, I'll be realistic.
Okay.
Unless he gave me enough money to do the job to retire on, then I'd take it.
Oh, right.
Like, I need enough money to retire.
Sure.
Like tomorrow. Not
you want cash up front.
Not like put the money in the bank, let it build up on interest and blah blah blah. Sell, you know, buy, you know, nothing like. It's got to be tomorrow. I'm retired.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I thought he wasn't that bad in the Simpson series. I mean, he didn't have like a major part, but I thought he was good. I thought he played the part well. Was it Shapiro?
Was fucking brutal in that.
You don't think he was good?
He was a terrible actor in that.
I enjoyed him. I don't know. Maybe because he just kind of like looked like him. I don't know.
When I saw the picture of him as Gotti, I just pictured him in the OJ thing. Because I was like, wow, he was so bad in that. You know? He was so over the top. Like he was trying to play that lawyer.
So I thought to me, I read that as that's how that lawyer was like just kind of.
Listen to what was it, Robert Shapiro?
Yeah.
He wasn't that over the top dramatic the way he spoke.
Wow.
Like John Travolta was so fucking. Like what do you?
I need to like now. Now I feel like I didn't really pay attention enough.
OJ show. It didn't even seem like he was trying like acting.
Right.
Like if somebody did that in a college acting class, the teacher would go, what the fuck?
That's not right.
No, it's true. It's true, but they just didn't say anything because it's fucking John Travolta.
Right.
You know, Saturday Night Fever. Don't touch my hair. Don't touch my hair. Don't touch my hair.
Wait, wow, the cast in this film got it. Al Pacino was in it. Joe Pesci. I guess
he did.
John Travolta's daughter's in it too.
Yeah.
No, she's like 8. Lax.
We'll jump the gun on that one, Rock.
I'd say.
We'll jump the gun on that one.
Alicia Vikander. Wow, she's in this too.
Kristen Talia checking in. John Travolta definitely lost it a long time ago. Yes, he did. He fucking
This
totally.
is a pretty decent cast.
In what? Gotti?
Yeah, man.
Who's in it?
So you got Travolta, Pacino, Pesci.
In it?
Yes.
Get the
fuck.
Get the fuck out of Bensonhurst. Bensonhurst.
What's that? Like I said, Alicia Vikander's in it.
Gotti for your
and then
Gotti.
I know I've seen this guy, Leo Rossi. What the hell has he been in? He's been in a bunch of stuff, and I just can't recall now.
Let's see. Audience score 79% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's got to be horseshit.
What? No, I thought they got like a 0 on Rotten Tomatoes.
No, it says audience score 79%.
Oh, audience score, yeah, but Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 0.
Is that an actual? Oh, I thought it just hasn't been rated yet.
Nope.
Like, to go up the meter to go up a little bit.
That's why it's getting the buzz, albeit negative. But there's no such thing as bad publicity. It's because it got a 0 rating from Rotten Tomatoes. God damn.
What? That really fast?
Yeah, man.
What
happened?
Stacy Keach, Chris. No, there's no fucking big names in this. There's no big names in this. I don't know where you're reading.
On Google, cast.
There's no big names.
All right, I'm going to go to the IMDb page since you're not going to believe me. Since you're not believing me. Now I'm going to go to the IMDb, so you're not going to believe Google.
Are they cameos? They must be cameos by Pesci and the other guy.
Well, I think they were just, yeah, I mean, maybe they're not big parts, but...
Because the top 9 actors listed are not those guys.
Wait, so yeah, you're right. Where are these people? Why are they on for the cast, but they're not mentioned on the IMDb page? That's weird.
Yeah, he got his wife to be in it. His wife. It's like no one wanted to be in the movie. He just ran to the kitchen and goes, "Who wants to be in my movie?"
Dude, that is so fucking weird. Why is Google saying for cast that they're in this movie?
All right, here we go. I have 9 actors listed in the cast of the Gotti movie. 3 out of the 9 are Travolta.
What the fuck? What is Google doing? I am so pissed at this because it's showing the cast and it's showing Al Pacino, Anello, who's he play? It's not even it's Anello De La Roche.
I don't even recognize any.
Or is it getting confused with the TV series? Was the TV series, are they in it?
Okay, here we go. Out of the 9 actors listed in the cast on Rotten Tomatoes, 2 out of the 9 don't have pictures of themselves. So, they've been in a lot of shit. One of the guys out of the 9 actors looks like he literally took his headshot in a bathroom of a bar in Patchogue, Long Island.
Oh my god!
Not a picture. That's what I'm saying. Stacy Keach. I know. I don't know what he's been in. Here's some of the critic reviews. It's not a good movie, but the blame can't be laid at its star.
Michael Woods, is he related to James Woods?
When Gotti tells viewers, speaking directly to the camera at the end of the film, they never see another man like him, the attorney should really spring up. The statement of some of the facts is not the end of it.
Getting Gotti, was that? What film was that? Getting Gotti.
Gotti is a connect the dots disaster.
Kind of like this show. Oh well.
Rather wake up to a severed head, a horse's head, to ever watch Gotti.
I get it.
Is that something that happened? Is that like what mobsters do? Is that like their thing?
No, that was in what film was that?
Was that the Godfather?
Yeah.
I can't. I think I've seen the Godfather. I have seen the Godfather, but I don't know which.
Yeah.
Stacy Keach is in it. Yeah.
I get it.
What's the tagline to Gotti? I didn't even see. It says Chris says the tagline sucks for the movie.
He
What's
showed
the
the
tech?
world who's the boss. Yes, Tony Danza, right? That's terrible. That is terrible.
That is a bad fucking. My God, that's
Angela,
terrible.
who's the boss?
Who's the boss?
Mona.
My God, you know what I was thinking of this week? Poison Ivy.
Poison Ivy? What are you talking about? Like
Poison Ivy 2. Rack your brain, Rock. Who's in Poison Ivy 2?
wait, who? That wasn't like. No, who was that? Poison Ivy 2.
Poison Ivy 2.
I don't remember. Fuck.
Who's the boss? Poison Ivy 2. Come on. Poison Ivy
2.
2.
Oh, Alyssa, right. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Samantha.
Hello, Samantha. Stop showing your titties and moving. Samantha. Can't be doing that. Can't be doing that.
Come on, Carl. You can't come up with this kind of comedy.
If you keep on showing your titties in movies, I'm going to show you who's the boss. You know what I'm saying? Samantha. Samantha.
I mean, if you just close your eyes, you think you're hearing them.
Those titties weren't
He
there.
does these impressions. You think it's really doing the thing.
Yeah, all right.
Mona. Is Mona alive even anymore?
Tell you what. I wouldn't have done Mona. Mona looked dead.
Wow, okay. Breaking new ground here, Karen.
Mona looked dead when she was on that show. All right, we haven't done anything, but Gotti is a shitty movie, and the other thing we talked about was actually kind of fun. So let's do some. You want to do some substance, Rock?
Yeah, why not? Let's try it.
Well, we had the summit, the Kim Jong-un summit.
Yeah, that was huge.
Not that I like doing stories because I don't like dating the show, but I will
the show.
I don't like I'm married to the show. This is my wife.
Aww.
And it's funny that it is like my wife because I pay attention to it about an hour a week.
Wow.
I'm married.
Ladies, he's single and ready to mingle.
Single and ready to mingle for about an hour. Then get the. By the way, I'm on this new dating app.
Oh, what is it called? Who gives a shit?
Called I Have AIDS Too. Oh my God, they really should have a dating app like that, like Tinder app like that, just for people with AIDS. You know, because they fuck each other. You know?
For about an hour.
Oh my God, that's funny. Yeah, I'm on this thing called Bumble.
Oh, Bumble, sure.
It's like Tinder.
Yeah.
But when you like the girl and she likes you back, you can't contact her. You have to wait for
the Me Too movement.
Right. Yeah. So it's like I'm on the Me Too of fucking fuckable apps. Like fuck. I'm on the hashtag Me Too of fuck apps. That should be a tagline for Bumble, actually.
She has all the leverage, so she's got to contact you.
Right. But I want to just put out a statement to the broads out there.
Oh, okay, all right. I'm sure they're listening.
On your profiles, your little write-ups, you know,
right?
Because if I make it through the 5 photos that you put up there, I'm hoping you wrote something pretty like substantial about yourself or something that's going to be interesting because I had to make the effort to go through 5 photos. You know what I'm saying?
Really a lot of energy there, Karen. Scroll.
Yeah, it's a lot, Rock. I need my thumb. But these, there's like a fucking ton of them. They put up their political fucking views.
Okay, yeah, because maybe they're strong political values and they want to, find a guy.
And 99% of the time, it's like if you voted for Trump, beat it, or if you voted for Hillary, beat it.
Right.
Like, what the fuck is that? Who gives a shit? Who cares?
Apparently they do.
Is that insane? I feel like that's insane.
It's a little much. I agree. It's a little much for the begin. But maybe they just don't want to.
That's not a reasonable person. I totally fucking. I don't care if they're fucking shooting dynamite out of their titties. Like I'm totally swiping left.
That's weird.
Something that would be spectacular for a girl to do. Like I'm totally swiping. As soon as they say like I voted for Hillary, I'm a liberal. I'm like, rip. Or it could say the opposite. I'm fucking for Trump. I blew him in the office. Like I'm still like I don't care about your politics. Get the fuck out.
But let's just say hypothetically, forget about the logistics of Bumble. Let's say in the app, the girl wrote, "I'm a big Trump supporter," or she wrote, "I'm a big Hillary supporter." Would that matter to you either way?
Bothers me. It bothers me that that you feel like that's important enough to put in your fucking goddamn. No, you know what that indicates to me? That I'm gonna go meet this broad, and then the first conversation I'm gonna have with her in the fucking goddamn bullshit coffee shop is about fucking politics.
Right.
I'm gonna want to take my coffee and shove it in my face and leave, go driving my Scion on the way home with burning face, coffee face, like just to get away from her.
Don't forget the breathalyzer.
I don't want to ever have a talk about politics with the broad I'm banging because it's gonna make me not want to bang her anymore. You know what I'm saying?
No, I do. I totally understand. So yeah, right. So you just don't want to go. It has nothing to do with the affiliation. It has everything to do with just the idea of politics being so upfront.
I don't care. I don't care. Like it's like it bothers me.
Yeah.
Like I feel like politics is too. It's too much.
I agree. It seems like a bit much upfront just to kind of introduce yourself.
Well, even as what I'm really pointing out is, I think it's like too much in all of our lives. I think as a whole society we discuss it way too much.
True.
I think it should be like a fifth or sixth thing on the topic list of people should talk about.
Right.
It should be on the back burner of all times, But CNN, Fox News, and MSNBC shove it up our asshole fucking day. We never watching it.
It's a very specific place.
Traded my fucking Tinder, like my dating apps.
Right. Yeah.
Want to be on, but I feel like I have to because I have to make an effort to fucking get my dick involved with something. You know what I mean? Because the guy's getting lazy. He needs to do something.
Right. So have you had any hits, so to speak, on the Bumble?
I had a match last night.
Ooh.
Actually, I was actually excited about this one. I'm trying to adjust my nutsack right now. I was actually excited about this one because she's from New York. So there you go.
What the hell are you gonna do with that?
No, she's from New York. Like she just moved here.
Okay.
Yeah, she's from New York. She lives here.
Oh, so has she interacted with you yet?
No. Apparently, she's got 24 hours to contact me.
Wow, there's a lot of rules to this.
Yeah, or else I lose her forever on the Bumble.
This is like fucking a lot of like NFL rules, like a tuck rule.
Bumble's been around for 7 years. I didn't know. I just found out last week. I'm not on these fucking dating apps. I do like what normal people do. They gotta go to the gym and stare at broads. I'm not on some app going, no. Yeah, like you're flicking through broads on an app on your phone like you're going through shirts at fucking, fucking Kohl's. No. Yeah, this one might fit. No.
But that's the thing. It's like it's. I know it seems like very artificial or lacking substance or superficial rather, but it's just the beginning. It's the first thing you see as a person. Before you speak a word to somebody, is you are seeing them, and there needs to be some sort of physical connection at that very beginning to start with, and see if there is something from there to work off of.
Maybe, you know what? I got a great idea for fucking.
Because otherwise you get catfished. Then it's the other way where you're just talking and you fall in love with this person, then you meet him and it turns out to be somebody completely different, and then you get catfished.
I got a great idea for an app.
Oh boy, here we go.
And everybody that joins it has to sign a whole bunch of paperwork and legal documents, but it's going to be called "Fuck First, Talk Second." Right.
I already see how this is going to go.
Right. And you know how it goes.
Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory.
Left or right swipe. If you swipe right, you're willing to fuck. Then you meet and you fuck, and then you talk second.
But how do you know? Like, there's got to be some sort of conversation.
Well, I'll develop some sort of like.
Oh, like an app in the app, like you hit buttons.
Right, like in order to access the app, it will be your fingerprint.
Ah.
So when you meet the person, you have to put your fingerprint up to their phone to see if you're actually the person.
Right, and you could also use GPS if they're both in the same location. It'll recognize it.
Right, and you have to like obviously get tested. You have to all that shit has to be logged into the app before you can join. You have to do a lot of work to join.
Right.
You know, you got to be clean. You got to be clean. But fuck first, talk second would be a great
Can you
fucking
say
app.
hi?
Because honestly, when I go on these apps, and I see these broads that I'm swiping right, I legitimately just want to bang them, then have a conversation.
Oh, come
I
on.
don't.
Maybe they're nice people. Maybe you want to chat with them.
Let me drive the car first, and then I'll turn on the radio. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Rock?
Sadly, I do.
Let me drive the car first before I see what the sound system.
Right, yeah, right. I gotta get under the hood before I start just playing with the FM radio.
God damn, I should write fucking greeting cards or something.
Greeting cards. Yeah, Hallmark. So, fuck first, talk later. What is?
Fuck first, talk second. Is the date? It's not like a very.
You need a tagline. You know, they all have taglines. You're gonna need to have to figure out a tagline for it.
Yeah, that'd be good. What's my tagline for fuck first, talk second?
It's just like
put in the work before you know I'm a jerk. Put in the work before you realize I'm a jerk.
That's great.
Kieran's tobacco laugh worries me. I don't have a tobacco laugh.
Oh, what is the tobacco? Is that like that mucusy kind
What,
of
is he taking
raspiness?
Is he taking insurance out on me? You know what I do have? A swollen lymph node, Rock.
That sounds very bad.
Yeah, it's behind my ear.
What are you gonna do about it, Kieran?
I'm just gonna watch it grow.
Just like his chia pet.
Yeah, no, it's like a bump. It kind of freaked me
Kieran,
out.
why don't you get it removed?
They told me to wait a week. They told me to wait 2 weeks, and then I'll go to the doctor. 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
So it's been 5 days, so I got some time. If it doesn't go down, though, I'm gonna go to a doctor and have that motherfucker.
You're definitely gonna have to do something about that.
All right, Kim Kardashian won't rule out running for president.
That's the craziest headline I've ever heard in my life.
I think what's even crazier is that Van Jones on CNN even interviewed this broad about like getting that pardon done. And like it's bizarre to me that like she like the president of the United States called Kim Kardashian.
Right. Where are we at in our country where that's
Right.
happening?
Right.
She was
And
just
yet-
on the Family Feud.
Right. She was just on the Family Feud
With
getting
Kanye.
phone with Kanye. She was in Queensbridge the other day at the Nasir album listening party, like selfies in a park. Like it's just this is not going to be our president. Her husband is a complete question mark in my mind. I have no idea about Kanye, whether he's mentally stable, completely retarded, or actually almost like a autistic genius.
Well, that now makes a lot more sense to me for him all of a sudden being cool with Trump and supporting him and being kind to Donald and all that. And now it makes sense is because his wife is going to try to run for president. Why not?
Right.
There's literally no harm in her trying to run for president. What would happen to her?
Well, you know what would be great about her running for president is that we'll all get to see the sex tape again.
Right. So you get to bring it. Well, that's going to be the future vice president, of course, Ray J.
It's hard for me to find that on the goddamn.
I mean, she already exposes her whole life. I mean, she's basically an open book as it is. So it's not like there's going to be new stuff to expose from her, right? So all that she could possibly do by running for president, even if she gets dismantled, right? It's all a gain. It's all a gain. It's all a gain, as far as I'm concerned. She will gain credibility by running.
Why? Like, it's like, I feel like everything's a ruse. Like going back to the summit thing with Trump and Kim Jong, like that summit didn't need to take place. It doesn't matter.
Right.
We can wipe that little Chinese motherfucker off the.
It was a show. It was a show.
It was a show. It was a fucking. It was nothing. And how interesting was it that summit and all the news focused on that little summit thing on the same day that net neutrality was completely abolished.
Yeah, right. How about that? Right, exactly.
And not CNN, not Fox News, not MSNBC.
Right.
Anybody had a breaking news. The internet is no longer free.
Right. Well, they couldn't really anyways because some of these companies are the cable providers, so they can't really. Yeah, it's all fucked up, dude. It's all fucked up.
The biggest fucking news of this goddamn year is what happened last Tuesday, and it wasn't the fucking Trump Kim Jong Dong fucking summit. It is that the internet no longer became free. Now it's controlled by big corporations.
Right.
That's a problem. That's a huge problem.
There goes the podcast.
We're all fucked. You know, we're not going to be. There's no freedom of thought anymore.
Yeah.
Eventually, there won't be any freedom of thought anymore. We'll just think that we're getting freedom of thought, but we're not really, because it's being fucking controlled or run by somebody behind a fucking door who has a lot of money and is getting influenced by people with lots of other money. You know what I mean?
Just the way they want it. Man, it's the man.
Isn't it interesting that they had that bullshit summit, and they flew fucking Anderson Dickface over there. Jake Tapper was over there. Well, I'm sure Fox News had the big fucking Sean Hannity blimp over there. Everybody was over there. And it's just like, who cares? Yeah. This guy literally, it's like the United States versus a dude who runs a fucking deli in Jersey. Who gives a shit? We can wipe this guy off the map. He's not a big deal. We don't need to fucking talk to him. He's not dangerous. Right. You know?
He's just loud and silly. But he just, those poor people, there's a lot of poor people in that country that are just brainwashed to follow him, but that's not the point of this conversation. But I agree. It's just like it overshadowed like this big global thing. It was global. It's a global thing, the net neutrality. It's going to affect things on a global scale, I believe.
Yeah, but we had a distraction. We had, like, isn't it interesting that there was a distraction on the day that actually went into play?
Exactly.
That's fucking scary. That's scary. And I feel like, you know, with this, like, I see like these things, like these stupid like the New York Post. What are you doing? I get it. You're a rag, right? But I used to be, you know, have some good stories. Right. How can you literally run a headline that says Kim Kardashian won't rule out running for president? How can you run that and consider yourself a newspaper?
Because people will read it for that.
Right.
Until people stop showing an interest in it, you're not.
It's all about money. Right. It's all about bucks, kid.
And the reality is that people are interested. There's still lots of people interested in her.
Yeah, come. Can we get serious about people who need to be in the fucking Washington D.C. running this fucking joint and making?
Well, you know, Donald Trump got in there.
Can we just, like, if you don't go to an Ivy League school, you can't be in Washington? Like,
well, that's
can
not very constitutional. That's.
No, but you can, if you make a sex tape, you're out. Like, you can't. You're out of it. You can't be president if you're taking, you know, loads to the face on film.
Aww.
Yeah, come on. This is stupid. This is stupid.
What if she becomes like the greatest president of the United States? What if she like cures like diseases, and what if she like, you know, repeals net neutrality, and you know, she does all these amazing things? What would happen then, Kieran? What would you do? The same person with the Ray J tape, like, does all these amazing, like, it's like, who knows, you know?
I would revert back to the monologue from No Country for Old Men.
Oh.
Which pretty much said the world ain't waiting on me.
Oh, right. Yeah, right, exactly, yeah.
And it pretty much says that my thoughts are old and the world has passed me by. That's what it would be.
Right.
And I would be like, you know what? All right, that's fucking great. I'm going to go fucking to Florida, and I'm just going to play golf, and you'll never hear from me again. You know what?
Yeah.
That's it. I don't want to be a part of this world. Just don't fucking have nukes rain on my goddamn retirement trailer in fucking the middle of Florida somewhere. Where the fuck I'm living, you know?
Yeah, it's still far-fetched for her to actually do that, but who knows now, man? Dude, nobody believed that Trump would win, and he did. So you can't rule out anything anymore. You can't.
So we have Kim Kardashian in the paper, actually being interviewed by Van Jones of CNN, talking about her pardoning the person out of jail, lobbying for the presidential pardon of that lady who was in jail for 63 years on fucking first-time drug offense or something.
Right.
And then in the same week we have Dennis Rodman,
your boy,
over in South Korea. You know, I guess he went there on a sponsorship from Potcoin. And here's Dennis on
ad for us.
Potcoin? Are they doing Potcoin? Potcoin. I don't know.
Are they the new Sunsetter?
Dennis on CNN this week. This will play, and it probably won't because I'm a fucking shit-faced asshole cunt.
It's amazing. It's amazing when I said those things. When I said those damn things.
Is that it?
He built threats.
Oh God, Mashable sucks. All right, whatever. Dennis started losing his mind on
started crying and
crying. That's not a stable-minded human being. And like, you're a major news network. You're CNN. I get it. Everybody's gonna watch it. Everybody did watch that clip over and over and over. But Dennis Rodman is not a stable-minded human being. You really should show some fucking sensibility or some knowledge or some there's some word I'm looking for, but I can't fucking find. And not put that guy on the air.
Right. Intelligence?
Intelligent. It's not helping him in any way. He might think it is. It's not, though. It's not helping him. No. He's crying. He's crying on air for nothing. Over nothing.
He is really buddies with Kim. I remember seeing that film with him when he went out there with the basketball teams to play like that, you know, that pickup game in front of him, and like it was like a huge deal for me. I don't know. I mean, he's a crazy dude, but man, he loves him some Kim on, man. I don't get it, but it's
cool. Thanks for checking in. Maybe a new another name for my sex dating app. Show Me or Blow Me.
That could work.
She's got to explain that though. What is that? I don't know what that is. Same-sex couple was booted out of an Uber.
What?
Like, apparently the Uber driver booted this same-sex couple out of his Uber.
That's not right.
Kissing, Rock, in the back seat. Oh. But you see, look this up.
Two girls, one Uber?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Look, it was two tens kissing in the back of this guy's Uber.
Oh, this guy must have been gay. That's why. What's the story?
Same-sex couple Uber. Just put that in.
Yeah, I guess I could just do that.
Rules and smoke it, Rock. I got the clip from ABC 7.
Play it, bro. Play it.
Tonight, we're hearing from a couple about an Uber driver they say kicked them
Uber driver
out of the car because they were kissing. The same-sex couple say they were doing
same-sex couple that I would love to have sex with. I wish they weren't fucking just into the munch in the box thing. I wish they would throw a little fucking, into the mix.
Throw some little Kieran's way.
Yeah. How about a little what do you call it?
How do you do?
A little hors d'oeuvre, you know what I'm saying?
A little aperitif.
Yeah. What are the hot dogs called that we put in the, what are they called? Little pigs in a blanket.
Little pigs in a blanket. Kieran wants his pig in a blanket.
I don't have a lot of those, but I got one. You guys can share it.
Oh, that's nice. Sharing's caring.
And they got their phone out and recorded the confrontation. Eyewitness News reporter Tim Fleischer has more.
This confrontation between an Uber driver and a lesbian couple went from bad to worse.
I don't want to argue with you. Just get in my car. Just get on my car.
It went from shock to like.
What are you saying?
See, they're hot bros.
They are attractive ladies. Yeah.
Watch the film. I would have no problem watching them on film.
and her girlfriend, Emma Pitcher, are still upset for being out of her car.
I think for both of us, it was just a shock.
Look how pretty you can't see this.
No,
But
no,
this girl,
I'm looking them up on images, and yeah, they are like, it almost like is not believable that they're together.
it honestly does.
What do they call that? Lipstick lesbians? Is that what they're called?
I call it perfect.
Aw, that's nice.
Perfect. Yeah, for you girls. Be honest with you. Where's your YouTube channel, or where are you? Like, you should be on film.
Not really know what to say.
Alex and Emma called the Uber to take them from Gowanus to the East Village. During the ride just over the Manhattan Bridge,
We had leaned over and pecked kissed. And then a couple minutes later,
She was munching my fucking bees. Then the guy's like, no, beef munching. You'll get out.
Wow. All right.
the driver abruptly pulled over.
It's illegal for an Uber. It is illegal. You don't do that.
Kissing is not illegal.
Yeah, it is illegal.
No, it's not.
You don't do that here in the car.
He started aggressively coming at us. That's when we pulled.
Oh, yeah, I like to aggressively come at you. You know what I'm saying?
I think I hear what you're saying there.
Said that the Uber driver was aggressively coming at them.
Oh, come on.
That's what she said.
Can't make this up.
That's what I would be doing if I were driving these two broads across the Gowanus. I'd be pulling out my Gowanus.
That doesn't make sense.
It makes sense to me, Rock.
started taking video, not knowing what was going to happen.
Yeah, because he's probably filmed these bitches fucking, muff diving.
Kieran would do the opposite. He would lock them in and just not stop driving.
You think what
Keep
it was?
going.
Is that, you think what it was is that the Uber driver saw them kissing, and he started to try to film them, but yet they noticed and got mad. Then he made up this whole fucking spiel. He pulled over the car, made up this whole spiel.
Oh, wow. All right.
Got to get in the car because you were kissing.
Okay.
And
yeah, maybe that.
Maybe he would he pulled the old switch because he was actually being a creep, and the girls caught him, but yet they caught him so quickly into his creepness that he could spin it into something else. I think
that could totally be the scenario. Sure.
You have these two broads in the back of your car making out. You are driving them anywhere. Like I wouldn't stop at their destination. I would just continue to go and be like, "Oh, we're not there yet. We're not there."
Oh yeah, I don't know how I could show like a little window of the video. Let me see if I can do that.
Yeah, pull up a picture of them. Show it to the people on YouTube if you can.
This doesn't feel right. That's when we started going back and forth, being like, "What? Why are we getting kicked out of the Uber?" And he said, "That's illegal."
Disrespectful.
What's disrespectful?
Disrespectful?
What's disrespectful?
It's disrespectful.
To who? To you?
I don't want to argue with you.
There
Just.
you go.
Oh my God! Just gonna.
Oh yeah, there you go. Look, Rock's got a picture of him on the monitor. Look at that. Look at that. Can somehow I can poke them? I want to poke them.
Wow, Kieran. Of course you want to poke them.
Here, right here. They're right here. No, over here. They're over here. They're over here. Right here. I'd be terrible with weather.
Yeah, really.
I'd be terrible. Right there. Finger bang.
All right, enough of that.
They're good.
No. I want to understand. What did we do wrong?
The driver, identified by the Taxi and Limousine Commission as Ahmad El Boutari, even objected to having his picture taken.
Oh no, we're. I'm reporting you. You're gonna get fired.
A spokesperson for the TLC said the blatantly discriminatory behavior described by the complainant is repugnant.
We've never been targeted with such prejudicial
right,
behavior.
Exactly. Every other guy's like, yeah, keep going.
Hey,
no problems here.
Anywhere else in the planet, if you two are making out, there's a fucking audience.
Yeah, really.
A audience, probably. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you.
That's my
person said Uber does not tolerate any form of discrimination, and we have reached out to the writer regarding her experience.
Yeah.
Both Uber and TLC are investigating the incident. Alex and Emma even got a $22 refund.
I would be nervous, I think, to kiss Emma again in an Uber.
I think steer clear from Uber for a bit.
There you go.
It's crazy. That's
You know what
sad.
they're-
It's a sad world we live in. That's got to happen. But
Rogers can't make out where they want to. Very sad. What's this world coming to?
Kieran's like, where's the Instagram accounts for these two?
You know what's opening up next to my apartment?
What?
A bikini barista.
What?
Yes.
Kieran is re-upping his lease.
Yeah. I've never been to one. I used to date a girl that was a bikini barista.
Wait, you never went to one?
Never been to one.
Oh, yeah, because you used to date one, so I figured you must have visited it.
Nope, never been.
Wow. Well, now you're going to become a VIP member, I'm sure.
I'm going to go there on Saturday mornings.
Mr. McCann, your table's ready.
I drove by it the other day, and I was like, they're building it. Like, it's a new facility.
Wow. And it says, like, coming soon, bikini barista.
Called Bikini and Beans. Not Ronnie Beans.
No.
I don't want to see Ronnie Beans.
No, that would be kind of funny, though, to see him there. Hey, guys, what are you doing?
Yeah, so I'm going to go there on Saturday mornings. And I'm going to be like, hey, you.
You should ask them if you can do your podcast live from the Bikini Barista. Did you just start touching yourself?
I know, scratch my butt.
How is Kieran's fantasy right there?
I forgot I was on camera.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
No, maybe if we do well with the with the radio show, we can get the show one episode sponsored by Bikini and
Kieran,
Beans.
you get one episode with Bikini Baristas on. We didn't have to do anything. You could just sit there with the cameras, and we would become millionaires.
That's the thing. We turn the cameras on them, and then we do the show.
Exactly. We discussed this. That's how you do it.
Yeah, it's like the old man show, Girls on Trampolines. You know, you just sit there and go, "What the fuck." You know, it's a good thing. Nothing wrong with it, you know.
Nope. It will be original. You don't see many podcasts doing that.
No. Not like Carl's show.
Poor Carl. Wow. So it's opening up soon. Oh man, I can't wait for you to go. That's gonna be great material for the show.
Yeah, it's gonna be every Saturday morning. So every Saturday I'll have an update.
I mean, you'll have a chance with every one of those women in there.
No, you won't.
Exactly.
What? Like,
Of course you won't.
No, I won't.
They're paid to look attractive and serve you coffee.
Right. Yeah. They're not gonna see me, my Scion and breathalyzer. Oh, no,
That's my picture.
This guy's a real fucking peach.
This guy's everything I want in my life.
Right. That's not.
Yeah, they might. I mean, you start to talk. You get past the breathalyzer and Scion, and the women will realize that you're a real catch.
I might actually get that thing out of my car soon.
Ooh.
I might get stuck with it until December.
Yeah. Oh. Right.
There's no reason for you to have it. Like, I don't,
Yeah.
I'm open. Get it. I learned my lesson, you fucking dickhead.
Yeah. It's like we get it. Yeah.
Even need to be taught the lesson. Maybe I did. Who knows? I'm glad whatever. All right, I think we're done.
Yeah, I think we're done. We did a lot, though.
Yeah, it was a good episode. All right. Thank you to everybody for listening to the Lunatic Radio Show. Thank you, Rock. Happy Father's Day.
Thank you. And thank you. And happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there that listen to our show.
We're going to be doing lunaticradio.com shows each and every Sunday. If you'd like to donate to the radio program, log on to our website, click the donate button. You can donate whatever. Not semen, though.
Oh. Damn.
But those donations are flowing in, I can tell you.
Donations. Thought it was the trash.
They're not flowing in, I tell you that. But it'd be nice to help us out with the radio program. Kids going broke. I'm always broke. Doesn't matter. All right. Thank you to Chris Italian and chat room checking out the program. Thank you to Rock. Thank you to everybody out there who is downloading the show. Be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube and all that shit. Brock, what do you have to say?
Show me or blow me.
Show me or blow me.
Thank you, cool teacher. Hey, shout out to Anthony Coachella in the chat room. That seems like a new name. And Leroy was there too.
Yeah, Leroy was in there. Anthony Coachella?
Anthony Coachella.
Oh, by the way, go out there and download the The new Nas album, Nasir.
What do they call that? What do they say to do with an album? Like, grab it? What do they
Stream it.
Cop it.
Rock that shit. Nasir. Put out by Nas, produced by Kanye West. This is why it's such a dilemma for me, because the whole album was produced by Kanye West, and I can't stand Kanye West as a person, as a human being. Sometimes I feel bad about making fun of the guy because I feel like he's really unstable. But he produced the Nas album. I swear to God, it's never made Nas sound better in my entire life. Like, Nas sounds awesome on this album. He's great. His lyrics are great. And Kanye just, his beats are just amazing. It fucking kills. You would love it, Rock. Listen to the Nas album.
I will most definitely check it out.
Only 7 songs, so I feel like he might put out 7 more songs a few months down the line. That's how the new albums come out. They're like, it's not like full 12 songs anymore. It's like 7.
Yeah, that's where music is now, man.
Yeah.
And check out the new Beyonce Jay-Z music video that's out. I know you'll be checking that out.
Yeah, fuck that. They put out that album right after Nas.
Wow.
I'm on the Nas side of the Jay-Z Nas beef. I'm on the Nas side. Queensbridge, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You should be on the Nas side too, because you used to live in Queens.
No,
I'm
not saying I'm not. I'm just stating facts.
We're Queens boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm all about representing Nas.
Yeah. Rap to this beat right here, Rock.
Nope.
I see your eyes light up for like a second, and you're like, nah, I can't do it.
You know, I've been listening to a lot of Action Bronson. You ever heard of his stuff?
Yes, he's a fat white guy.
Yeah,
isn't he?
yeah, it's pretty good stuff. Sorry,
Yeah.
I know you're trying to wrap up, but
All right,
let's go.
Bronson. I got some stuff. I've been listening to a lot of music, but Nas is the greatest. You got to download that album.
Yes,
it's great shit. Pusha T too. He's another good one.
What about Joey Badass?
I don't know who the fuck
What
that
about
is.
Lil Vert?
Joey Badass is every guy in Jersey.
What about ASAP Rocky?
ASAP Rocky?
Yeah.
It's not ASAP Rocky.
It's not?
No, it's ASAP Rocky, you white person.
What about the guy with the one eye? What's his name? Flocka? Waka Flocka?
One-eyed Willie?
All right.
We're out of here. Peace.
Play.